We're looking at a lot of these financials and the payment platforms. Are they taking a cue for what we're seeing from Amazon and Google's direct-to-consumer approach?
Yeah, I think this is a really exciting time to be in financial services. And if you look at consumers, what they're asking their financial services banks or asset managers, for that matter, what they're asking for is to have the same digital experience that they have when interacting with other brands, whether it be retail or as you said, Amazon. And what you're seeing now is you're actually seeing non sort of traditional FS players getting into the financial services space because they see areas where they can disrupt the market and create a much better consumer experience.
I know you've been working closely with Goldman Sachs on building out their transaction banking platform. What inside scoop do you have on all of this?
So I think Goldman has a vision to be, and I think Harit, who leads consumer banking for Goldman, Harit's talked about being the Amazon of retail, the Apple of music. What's interesting is Goldman is aligned from business to marketing to technology around this vision about creating this open platform that's underpinned by modern technology and architecture, and then giving customers choice. So when you think about what they want to do in the marketplace, they want to provide products and services that are simple, valuable, and transparent.
I know you used the phrase high-tech, high-touch services for consumers. We have payment platforms on our phones, on our computers, on our iPads. Tell me more about this and how it spins forward.
So I think that, again, platforms are going to be the way of the future. And when you think about financial services, customers expect all their brands to collaborate to create extended digital experiences for them. And so the best way to do that is to have a platform. And when you look at whether it be Goldman, what they're doing with the Marcus platform, or even big tech or fintech, it's all about creating choices for consumers. It's all about innovating and creating simplicity. And that's why when you look at some of these consumer apps that have gained great popularity recently, like Robinhood or Acorns, again, the model is very simple. It's transparent, and it's easy to use.
I think it's interesting how you say you make it easier for consumers, and I think that's 100% true in many cases. But then you think about the bank branches and how important they are to consumers, particularly those that don't care to use a lot of technology, whether you don't want to, or you can't, or you don't like it, or you from a different generation that you don't want to try. I mean, I still am old. I think it's crazy that I can't go somewhere and talk to somebody about my Instagram or my Facebook. You know what I mean? You almost lose a little element of help.
Well, you do and you don't. I mean, so for example, using the Marcus example again, they have on their platform the ability for you to talk to a person at all times. So you'll still always have that personalization, that human touch, so to speak. And I think that's the key success to a platform is how do you balance
that's good.
digital tools with the human touch. I think with COVID, ironically, it took a pandemic for people to to see the urgency in augmenting their lifestyles with digital tools. But what we've seen is that since people have been forced to have to use digital tools, over 57% now favor digital tools. I'll give you it's interesting. I'll give you an example. My 80-year-old mother has an iPhone and she has an Apple Watch, and she's immersed in all of it right now. And it's just, I think that what's great is that if you can create products that are simple, and even though they're digital, as long as they're simple and transparent, all demographics will use them.